Good morning. This is Deborah again from the library. I'm glad you joined us for another craft today. And we will be crocheting something that you could make as a Christmas gift. Many people have asked me how to make the granny square. So we are going to do some posters, and then I'm going to tell you you could make it much bigger. You could make blankets like baby blankets. I hope you have your needle ready and your yarn, and let's get started. So I got this pattern off the Red Heart web page, and right here it tells you the size of needle is an eye, and I do have an eye. It tells you the different stitches that you will need to know, and this one actually has pictures, which makes it very easy. And you'll see right here I did two so you could see them. Sorry that they're gator colors if you like a different one, but those are the two I made. And so today we are going to make them in Christmas colors. And so I want to chain 4 and make it into a circle. So I'm going to put my yarn around my needle, and I'm going to take the long one and pull it through and pull it tight. And then I'm going to chain 4 like it says. So 1, yarn over, back to front, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go in this very first one, and I'm just going to pull the yarn through, and now I have a circle, and you can see that circle right there. Now I want to go to the second page because that's my circle, and this pattern is very easy. First it says chain 3, and this counts as my first double crochet. So I want to go 1, 2, 3. Inside this ring, I want to work chain 3 double crochets in there. So I'm going to have 4 in all. If I count that chain, there's 1, 2, and for double crochet you have to have your yarn around your needle first before you go in, and then you take off 2, and then you take off 2 more. So there's my first 4, and then it says chain 3, and then I want 3 double crochets in the ring. So I want to chain 3. All you have to do is remember the number 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more double crochets inside that circle. So I'm going to take off 2, take off 2 more, put my yarn around, take off 2, 2 more, and I want 1 more. And then I have to chain 3 again. That's my corner. And you'll see right here, I have 3. There's my chain 3, this hole right here. Chain 3, another chain, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, chain 3. And that's what I'm doing right now. So there's my 3. 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochet. And I want to catch this yarn here because I'm hoping to get it so I don't have to cut a lot off at the end, the starting piece of yarn. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. You know every square has 4 corners, so you're going to do this 4 different times. So I have to chain 3. And then I'm going to do my 3 double crochets inside that circle. 2, 3, and then see I've got 1 corner, 2 corners, 3 corners. I need my 4th quarter, so I'm going to chain my 3, and then I'm just going to put it at the top of my chain 3 that I started with. And there's my first row, and you can see the 4 corners. There's 4 corners there. So now I'm going to slip stitch in the next 2 double crochets. In other words, I do not want to do anything in these 3 double crochets.
I want to get over to my space where I chained 3. So there's one slip stitch. You just put your needle through, grab your yarn, pull it all the way through so it doesn't add anything, and then I want to slip stitch into my corner. So I'm going to only be working in the corners right now. So I slip stitched in the 2 double crochets, and I slip stitched into my chain 3, and now I'm going to chain 3, and that counts as a double crochet, and then I'm going to 2 double crochets and chain 3. So now I'm only going to work in my corners. I need to start my row by chaining 3. I need my 3 double crochets right together, so that makes 2. Another double crochet, that makes 3. Now I got to get my corner there, which is chain 3, and in that very same space I want to do 3 more double crochets so that I have a corner and I have the start of the next row. So your row should look like this. So I have 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to skip right over to this one, and I don't have to do anything in between on this second row. I'm just going to put my yarn over and do 3 double crochets in the next space. There's 1, 2, the golden number is 3, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets in that very same space. And there's my second corner. There's one corner, there's the next one. Very simple on these first 2 rows. 1, 2, double crochet, chain 3, 3 more double crochets in that very same space. It's the same all the way around till you join them. So there's my third corner. Now I need my fourth corner. Three double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets in that very same spot. The first 2 rows you only work inside the circle and then in those spaces. Now I've come to the end, and I'm going to put my needle right in there in the first chain part and bring it on through. Now I still want to start in my corner, so I'm going to slip stitch across here to get in that corner. Now this third row is going to be a little bit different, because you can't work here in the corners and skip all of this, because it's just too far of a space. So we're going to be working in the corners, and we're also going to be doing 3 double crochets right in this hole. So I start with chain 3. Now I want 2 more double crochets. And the nice thing about doing granny squares, you can make afghans, you can make little blankets for babies, but you can use a lot of scrap yarn that you have just sitting around the house that you just need to get rid of and don't know how. You can do granny squares and make an afghan of all those little bits. So I have my 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Then I'm going to put my yarn over and go right into this hole, right between those 2 sets of 3 double crochets. I'm going to do 3 double crochets right here. I don't have to chain or anything in between them. And then there's my corner. 3 double crochets. Yarn over, always go from the back to the front when you're doing your yarn over. And then chain 3. I got to keep my corners good so it comes out as a square. There's double crochet 1, 2, 3. Now we need to get right in here. See, we got those 2 sets and I need to fill that in. So I'm going to do my 3 double crochets right here. My yarn wants to get in my way. So there's my 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to do 3 in my corner. Now this pattern only does 1 more row after this one. And then that's the size of a coaster. If you want to make a baby blanket, you just keep on going and just make it bigger till you're satisfied with it. It'll be a total square by the time you get done. And you just have to remember that after the second row, you always have to go in between these. Like on this row, we'll now have to do 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets here, 3 double crochets here, and 3 double crochets here. And you continue that way all the way to the size that you want for the blanket. There's 1, 2, 3, and then my corner. This is a nice, fast Christmas gift that you can do in any of their colors. If they're Seminoles, you can do it in garnet and gold. If they're Hurricanes, you can do it in any color. If you know what their favorite teams are, you can make coasters in those colors. 1, 2, and the third one. Now I have to catch right here between these 2 sets. And your piece should always be able to lay out flat. If for some reason it isn't, if your yarn is too small, it'll make it different. You need to change the size of your needle. And if you use real heavy yarn, you're going to need a bigger needle just so it lays flat. Okay, and we're going to get that top chain there and pull it on through. Now we only need 1 more row and this square will be done. So I'm going to go ahead and go through that with you. We're going to slip stitch to the corner. Just so we remember, if you want this pattern, you can contact me. I can run it off for you. And slip stitch into that corner. And then I'm going to chain 3. I need 2 more double crochets to go with that one. Chain 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now I have 3 groups of double crochets and I need to go in between each one of those. There's 1, 2, 3, and 3 between these 2 sets. 1, 2, take off 2 and then take off 2 more. Now into my corner. See, it's a very fast item to make. I need 3 double crochet, 3 chain, 3 double crochet. The only place that you do the 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet is in your corners to make that keep square. So I've got my 3, and my chain 3. Now I've got a set of 3 here, so I need to go and separate those 2. 1, 2, 3, another 3 right here between those 2. Now tension of your yarn is going to be important. I put mine around the little finger and then like that, and I can keep it out in front of me, and it also lets it glide through and keep the same tension. If you do it real tight, it's hard to get your needle into the next stitch. Okay, I'm at my corner. So I have 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, there's my side. I have to make sure I don't skip one of these spaces. There's 3 double crochet. Got to rearrange my yarn there, it's tangling on my finger. And I'm on my corner. It's the only place that's different. And that's how easy a granny square is. And you can do it. Three double crochet here. Three double crochet in the next space. And then I'm going to join it. And that's all they ask us to do for a coaster. So then I'm going to straighten it out. I'm going to take my pair of scissors and just cut this yarn so I can just put it around my needle and pull it on through, knot it, and then you want to work that in. And the way I do that is I just go in and out these stitches here, and I want to start with in the back, and I want to just pull it through. Yep, I just want to pull it through so that yarn isn't just sticking out there. I'm going to pull it through to the back, and then I'm just going to cut it off. So I'm going to cut off this one, and then I know I have my original one here, and I already worked it into some of these stitches, so it's already anchored, so I can just cut that off.
Thank you so much for coming and watching us make coasters today. I hope you try it out. It'll make a good Christmas gift. And next month, I have a special project I'd like to invite you to watch. If you have friends that do not crochet, please invite them to watch also, because we need people that can cut, that can put together some yarn, and people that can crochet, because I have a special project just for everyone. And thank you for watching our programs here at the library.